Hey everybody, it is Natalie, Destiny Wellness, Destined Holistic Wellness, where I help you get balance in mind, body, and soul. So I'm doing something a little different. I am doing more consultations based on whatever illness you got going on. So not just doing healing in the sense of just exercise, which is great because it's a great starting point, but there's so much more to that. So I like to say, and I've said this before, I am the bridge. I'm the bridge between the physical and the spiritual, because it could help you lose those last 10 pounds. What about 5 years later where you're still having the same issues because we haven't tackled how you feel or the beliefs that you have? The subconscious beliefs that run rampant in your mind 24/7, and you're not aware of them. They just keep coming. So that is my job, is to help you uncover the thoughts that are preventing you from possibly losing the weight, preventing you from reaching the goals that you want, and also uncovering the root of whatever maybe chronic illness you have or acute stuff, because it's all connected. The mind-body connection is real, and I love to use my chakra cards, my chakra oracle cards, as a basis, because whatever spirit brings me to is usually what needs to be healed, discovered, talked about. Just, it brings light. It sheds light to stuff. So I use the chakra oracle cards. I'll show you what they look like. They're gorgeous. So for any of you who don't know what chakras are the metaphysical little dynamos of energy that run the line of your spine. So at your perineum, between your vagina or your scrotum, is the perineum, and that is your root chakra. And there is where you feel most stable. You feel secure. That's where all your bottom base level needs are met. And so if you have issues with, like you're coccyx or lower back pain, usually that means maybe you feel insecure or unstable. Each chakra, and there are 12, there's more than that, but I'm just for now going to focus on the 12, are the ones where we look at the symptoms that you have. I pull a card, and I'm telling you, these cards don't lie. It's real. You go to the cards, we ask for insight. We ask that source, spirit, ancestors come, be with us as we use the cards to uncover the root of whatever you got going on. Back pain, sinus infections, whatever it is, it's not too small. And, God, spirit, source wants you healthy and whole. So that's my job. That's why I say I'm the bridge. Okay, so I'm going to draw probably 3 cards. And spirit, source, guide, benevolent spirits, I ask you to come and be with us in this moment. I ask you that you shed light on what people need to hear in this very moment. Okay. First card. Pull another one. One more. The sun is going down, everybody. You should know a lot of my posts have to do with the sunrise and sunset. It's the golden hour. Light. Shed that light. Okay, so the first card that I pulled was gut instincts. So not with this deck, not every card is going to have to do with the actual chakra. So gut instincts, intuition, knowing, sensing, trusting. So that is big, especially with this new year here. A lot of people are talking about 2020 and clarity, but I had my aunt tell me something profound. It was beautiful. So without clarity, or with clarity, comes focus. And with that focus, you become clear. And in order to have or understand and listen to your gut instincts, you're gonna have to be clear. You're gonna have to have that insight. And so using your intuition, your knowing, your sensing, your trust, which is very interesting because this is my word for the year. My word is trust your being. Like, just trust the essence of who you are, because it won't lead you astray. So, and interestingly enough, it's the number 10. It's 19, but I add it together, so 10. And I've been seeing 10 a lot. I don't know if you guys have been seeing that number, but sometimes, angels still speak to us through numbers. So using your gut instincts. Where in your life do you need to use your gut instincts? And I want to say always, like, that's your navigational tool, is your gut instinct, because that's where source lives. This is where God lives. This is where all your answers, your wisdom comes from. So your gut instinct. I'm going to go to the book and see what that says so we can get a little more insight into that. So in the center of your being is a quiet space of inner knowing. Still your mind so you can connect with the call of your instincts. Our gut instincts are our soul's way of communicating and guiding us on the path of life. While our minds produce thoughts and rational interpretations of experience, our instincts connect to a more sensitive, intuitive wisdom that often communicates through physical sensations in our body. So say somebody comes around you and all of a sudden you get a weird vibe and you feel some kind of way, you can't ignore that. Like, that's real. God has given us those sensory sensations in our body to either warn us or to give us more insight. It makes us more well-rounded, and it's up to us to listen and be guided when we get them and pay attention to them. That's why I love, exercise in that way, because the more you do it, the more body conscious you are, and mechanics and knowing what you're feeling. And meditation does that as well. The more still you are, the more you can say, okay, I'm feeling this. Why? So this quiet nudge is our inner knowing, our connection to the universe. It's always there if we stop to sense it. Do we follow its wisdom? Now, having the courage to do what you feel, that's a whole nother thing. Like, you have to have the courage to follow through on the intuitions and the nudges and, the insights that you get. This card is a call to trust the inner feeling of your own gut instincts, the part of you that may not always seem logical or rational, but nudges you with whispered guidance of what is right and true. It's time to value the knowing wisdom of your gut instincts. Pay attention to when those things happen. To pause for a moment before making purely mental decisions and check in with your quiet inner voice of your body. The more you tune in to this aspect of your being, the more clearly it will speak to you, and the more powerful you will know how to respond. Because that also happens when, like, you eat a certain food. Because when I do health coaching, it will always be around chakras and what you got going on. And in order to, pay attention, you'll eat a certain food, and usually if you're allergic to it, you'll get some type of sensation. But if you don't pay attention to it, you may just say, oh, my allergies, I'm going to take Claritin. But it's that mindfulness that is the way that you find the healing. So practice this in simple ways as you travel throughout your day, allowing yourself to follow your instincts as you journey. Turn left when you feel to. Even if you normally go right, go for a walk when the path calls. Even if you think you don't have time to do so, you may not know at that time why, but by learning to trust these inner promptings, you will notice that life begins to flow more smoothly, and you naturally find yourself in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. Like, that's perfect. If that's not focus and clarity, I don't know what is. Because it's coming from your inner knowing, like, it's guiding you. It's that navigational tool that we are all built with. Trust your intuition and have the guts to act on it. All right, so that is your gut instinct. So the next card that I pulled, money. Yes, honey. And that has a lot to do with that root chakra, though. Like, finances and feeling secure and being able to generate that income. So money, finances, power, generosity, abundance, and 2020, like, we're talking about goals, and we want all the newness and the richness of life, and that's part of it, is being abundant. in your life, in every aspect. Abundance doesn't always have to be money. It could be love. It could be you feeling more powerful, more expansive. It could be you just feeling or being generous. So I'm going to read what this one is. It's 14. The number of the card is 14. And 14 adds to 5. Like, I like to add numerology to it too. 5, the number 5 is big changes. That's big. So expect some changes in your life. Expect some really big, prosperous changes in your life. Give and receive abundantly. Honor your divine worthiness to be prosperous in all ways. What I've learned is that if you don't feel prosperous already, you're not going to get you're not going to get the abundance that you want. You got to feel that shit before it comes. Like, you have to feel it, you have to know it, you got to know that, like, all your needs are met. So this card says it's time to move past any limited views or beliefs you may have about money and to allow your positive expression of this energy in your life. What patterns and perceptions around money currently operate in your life? What beliefs were handed to you by your parents and their parents' parents? Because those aren't your beliefs. They were just handed down. And so it's time to get that focus and that clarity and pay attention to how you feel about money or abundance and what you deserve from your own lens, from your own focus, from your own clarity. So money, like love, is about giving and receiving. Some people find it hard to give and show love. Others find it difficult to accept and feel worthy of love. The same goes for money. Are you generous? Are you willing and open to receive an abundance of money in your life? It's time. How would you feel if you had an abundance of money right now? What would you use it for? Who would you share it with? Does it make you feel anxious, worried, excited, or calm? Surprisingly, most people feel so overwhelmed with the power of money that they are frightened of it. Consider the ultimate life and person you came here to be, because it's your birthright to be abundant. It's your birthright to be prosperous. Consider the ultimate life and the person you came here to be. What beliefs, perceptions of money might that person have? Consider how this version of you will be the great steward of abundance for the good of all, and begin to walk in that path. The law of attraction will manifest your beliefs. Open and allow expansive energy when thinking about money. Be generous with yourself and others. That's big. With yourself, giving yourself the best, giving yourself, that extra time to, like, sip your tea or, like, take a bath, anything that makes you feel expansive and abundant. Wherever you are in your money path, be ever grateful for the gifts and lessons it brings to your life. If you want more money, open your heart to give and receive more, and know it's coming. It's that knowingness. Again, back to this knowing that you deserve abundance, period. You know it. It has to come. It has to show up. Embrace abundance and welcome in money. Use it consciously and pass it along. It's this ever-present giving and receiving. It's this infinity sign of giving and receiving. It's balance, it's even, it's an exchange. Okay, so that's that card. We're going to go to our third card. Dreams. Dreams are big because really it is your subconscious talking to you. It is messages, signs, symbols, and guidance. They will come to you, and they're not random. So again, just like in your walking life, in your day-to-day life, when you wake up, taking the time to journal what you've dreamed will offer more insight into your life, because it's that subconscious that's coming through, trying to talk to you. Again, it's up to you to pay attention so that you can know what the messages are. This number, 3, it's the number 39, is the card number, and which is, when you add it together, is 12. 12 is a big number as well. 12 is a lot of new things happening. Okay, so I'm going to read this one. Messages, signs, symbols. Look for the wisdom in your deepest dreaming. Awaken to the visions of your highest being. So on our dreams are doorways to different aspects of reality, an open landscape of exchange between our conscious and subconscious minds and the great beyond. Dreams carry messages and guidance for us. They help us process the events and patterns of our physical life, and they put us in touch with our spirits, our guides, angels, relatives that have passed over. It is time to pay closer attention to our dreams. So I want to really touch on this, everything that I've talked about is clarity and focus and paying attention. Because when you're able to pay attention to the little things, like the dreams that you have, the gut instincts, the giving and receiving, being mindful of that, the more attention and light you put on things, the more you're able to heal it, the more you're able to transcend, the more you're able to evolve and being the human being you are meant to be. So it's time to pay closer attention to your dreams. Not all dreams seem significant, but by paying attention to your dreams on a regular basis, you will begin to notice which ones hold important messages for you. Take a moment upon waking to write down your memories from sleep. Notice where you were and any symbols that seem significant. Become aware of how you felt in the dream. Certain people, themes, or memories may arise in your dreams so that you can heal hidden wounds or awaken to forgotten aspects of yourself. By writing down your dreams, you will increase your intuition and sensitivity to them. You'll become more in tune with what messages, guidance you can take from them to enhance choices in your waking life. You know, a lot of times we say, I don't hear God, I don't feel God, I don't feel source, I don't feel spirit. These are the ways. It could be so faint and so small, but it's there. You just have to pay attention to it. So take time to crystallize your vision for what you truly wish and achieve. And that's perfect timing because it's 2020, it's time. Allow your soul to speak through your imagination and paint a picture of your highest potential. Realize that you are absolutely no limits to what you can create in this life. Do not waste another day just dreaming the dream. Start living. Begin to put time and energy into your dreams so that they become a reality. Make a plan, write a list, whatever it is, that is the first step towards your dreams. As you move in the direction of this vision, the universe will rise within you to meet you. It is time to live your dreams. In the words of Goethe, whatever you can do or dream, you can. Begin it. Boldness has wisdom, power, and magic in it. Okay, so gut instincts. Follow the nudgings that will lead to more abundance in your life by paying more attention to the dreams that you have every night. Everything, this all leads to clarity and focus and navigating the life that you want, having more insight, more clarity, more laser focus in what you want. And that's how you heal. And that's what I do as a holistic health coach and spiritual advisor, is to blend the two. So, you know, you can do the exercise, you can work out, you can eat the tofu or whatever you're eating. But there's so many different aspects. And to really touch on the spiritual aspect as the ground level, the basis of everything, when you come from that is where the healing comes. That is when you'll have sustainable weight loss. That is when you'll feel expansive. That's when you are abundant and you feel abundant. It's a feeling. That feeling is everything. So what I do is, before we get into any type of exercise, like we go to the cards. We go to the cards and we go to your beliefs and we tie it all together, because the main goal is for you to feel healed, healthy, whole, expansive, abundant, your best self. Like, it's kind of cliche now, like everybody says it, but it's real. Your best self. You only live one time, so you might as well make it amazing. You only live once. So sign up to work with me to get our Chakra Insight Oracle card reading that will go hand in hand with a workout, your exercise, spiritual counseling. It's all of that. It is everything to help you move into the life that you want and that you deserve. And know this, when you do this work, it will impact every aspect of your life, all your relationships, because either people will rise up to meet you or you're going to leave them behind. And it's their choice. And it's your choice to take that first step to find somebody or make the decision to work with somebody to help you gain insight and clarity and focus into the things that need to shift in your life. So I'm going to give you my email, natalielewisrx3@gmail.com. You can email me. You can direct message me on Instagram or on Facebook, and you can set up a time to do a reading. And that's the basis. work with Spirit first and let Spirit show us what you need. So we work together as a team. It is a team effort. Your holistic healing is a team effort. So wherever you are, I wish you well, and I can't wait to work with you because you deserve the best. All right, until we speak again, be well.